Prime Network's Football World. Your host, Graham Burns.
Well, good afternoon and welcome once again to Football World. Hope you stay with us right through for the next hour and we talk about all your local sport in the local area. Some of the items we'll have on the program today include baseball. Phil Ashton, also Keith Quinn will be along to talk about the big grand final in baseball that's on this afternoon. Johnny Rogers is back with his golf segment. The hockey, we'll be talking about yesterday's prelim finals there. The Coreen League had their prelim final. The cameras are out there and we have Vin Doolan as a special guest from the Coreen League. Coreen League yesterday, prelim final day, Cor-Rutherglen 12-12 defeated Rennie 9-11. Hopefield Buraja 15-7 defeated Coreen 5-7, and Cor-Rutherglen 8-3 in the thirds defeated Albury 7-5 by just those 4 points. And we'll go now to the Coreen League. John Morris was down there yesterday. We had the cameras there, and John will be talking about that game. And then just following that, we'll have Neil Prater talking to Vin Doolan, who's the captain coach of the Coreen side, who are Cor-Rutherglen in the Coreen League, who are now in the grand final. Right, here's John Morris with yesterday's game.
Thank you, Graham. A very good game of football yesterday. It was fairly even the first half. It was fast-running football, hard tackling, and despite a breeze blowing across the ground, some good high marking was a feature. The better players up to half-time were Johnny McCabe, Chris Colleen and Steve Doolan for the Cor-Rutherglen side, and for Rennie, Robert Tate, Trevor Bruce and Winston Rhodes. Phil Shelley, who'd been starring for Cor-Rutherglen, unfortunately had to go off. His jaw was broken in that first quarter. He finished the quarter out and they took him off. The Roos led at every change, and at half-time they were in front by 7 points. The last half was the same as the first, no beg pardons, grim determined football. Opposing Rovers were starring, that's Wayne Schultz and Winston Rhodes. McCabe and Tate, Johnny McCabe of Cor-Rutherglen and Robert Tate of the Rennie side, they gave their all. They had a good tussle in the ruck. It was a good game of football, and Cor-Rutherglen always seemed in command and won by 19 points.
Who were the better goal kickers there yesterday, John?
The goal kickers for Cor-Rutherglen, Nick Meyer got 4 and Tony Charlton and Gavin Deese got 2 each. For Rennie, Winston Rhodes got 4 and Carlo Tonini 3.
You did mention the wind there. I was out in the Hume League yesterday. It seems to be playing havoc with all footy at the moment.
Well, it wasn't too bad yesterday. That was dry. That was the main thing. The wind didn't favour any particular end. It was blowing diagonally across the ground, and I think that was right, Vin, wasn't it? Yeah. But the best players for the Cor-Rutherglen side, Wayne Schultz, the rover, best on the ground, a brilliant exhibition of football. Chrissy Colleen, the veteran of the Cor-Rutherglen side, he's always worthy of a few kicks, and he got them yesterday. Johnny McCabe in the ruck, Trevor Wood was playing everywhere, and he did particularly well. Dennis Walsh on the wing, and I must mention a young player, Darren Hutton, he played in the forward pocket, I think, Vinny, didn't he? Back pocket, and he played particularly well for a young fella. For Rennie, we had Winston Rhodes, Robert Tate, Paul Eddy, Trevor Bruce and Andrew McKellar.
Well, welcome in this morning anyway, Vin. We have Vin Doolan, who's the captain coach of Corowa-rutherglen. You must have been pretty happy with the team's performance yesterday, Vin.
Very happy, yes, under the circumstances. We have a lot of injuries, and
You're one of
I'm one of them.
You're
yes.
one of them. How will you shape up next week?
Well, I won't know till Saturday morning, but as I've told the chaps last week, that if you haven't got the players, you can't play with them, and you don't worry about it, and everyone that goes on the ground's got 2 arms and 2 legs, and they've all got the football ability, otherwise they wouldn't be playing there. So whoever goes on will give their best, and we don't have to worry about the players that are not there.
Right, Vin, can I throw you a leading question? Why are you going to win?
I think we turned the corner a little bit yesterday. I thought our desire and our desperation to win the hard ball was the turning factor, and that's the thing that has got us on top of the ladder all year. And that's the thing that came to the fore yesterday.
Yeah, Steve, your cousin or brother?
Brother.
He must be doing pretty well out there for you.
Steve's a top player. Played very well again yesterday, didn't waste a kick. He's just got to get a little bit more marking going and we'll have a very good combination.
And Meyer up forward. Centre-half forward or full forward was he yesterday?
Nick Meyer was at full forward, but Nick Meyer is a player that I probably forgot about early in the season. He was a player that we sort of wrote off, and he's a player that's come to the fore in our time of need, and I think he's going to be a very valuable player for us.
Just needed an opportunity. Anyway, yeah. Well, thanks for coming in this morning, Vin, and all the best in the grand final next week, which will be against whom, John?
Oaklands. I'm not going to say any more, just Oaklands and Cor-Rutherglen.
Thank John Morris, and back to Graham Burns.
Thanks very much. And John Morris, by the way, I don't know who you're tipping, John. I know who I'm tipping. Heath Anderson told me who to tip, and it's Oaklands. Sorry, Vin.
I'm going to wait till Saturday morning.
To see whether Vinnie Doolan's playing, eh?
Might have 2 bob each way.
Right, thanks very much to Vin and John, and we've got the Nestles chocolates for them too. Right, further football now, we come to the Tallangatta League, and yesterday out there at Tallangatta, sitting at Bunton Park at the